Hello everybody and welcome back to Sakura Angels Part 10. So, last time, they actually damaged Yuzuki, Big Tits McGee, but she left tentacles. Hikari dropped her sword after being blindsided by the beast, and is left wrestling helplessly against the writhing tendrils as they worked to ensnare her. Hey, no, let go. I see her hands give off a glow. That's right. If she doesn't have a weapon, she still has her magic. She should be able to make a quick work of this thing, sword or not. Now I'll show you, huh? Or maybe not. The beast is one step ahead of her and works to bind her hands, leaving her well and truly helpless. The tentacles creep in ever closer, oozing a pungent substance that coats a good majority over her. This is so disgusting. I don't think all the showers in the world are going to be able to get the stuff out of my hair. She bemoans her disgusting predicament as she thrashes around, ultimately only resulting in the tentacles constricting her tighter. Okay, so she can't save herself. But a trusty partner should be able to pierce the tentacles with a well-placed arrow, right? Right? Bad doggy, sit down. Stay. Wait, when did they show up? Zack is surrounded by a pack of those demonic dogs from before, the ones that nearly took my life. They must have charged in at the same time as the tentacle creature made itself known. Were they summoned by Yuzuki, I wonder? Wait, can't she control them? Is anyone actually gonna help me? This isn't as fun as it looks, you know. Hikari keeps up her brave front, but I can see the tentacles are taking their toll on her. This is bad. Both of them are held up by monsters. While Sayaka is handy with a bow, I don't think she's all that good with close-up combat, so she might be in trouble here. And then, Hikari is clearly in need of assistance. The tentacles might completely crush her if nothing else is done. So, with both of them struggling, who's left to help them? Me? But I haven't ever fought in my life. I would be dead if I hadn't had those two save me. I clench my fist tight and throw a glance between the two girls. They've risked so much to help me before, while I just stood on the sidelines like some sort of coward. They need my help. What can I do? I don't have any magic powers. I don't have super strength. I can't fly. I'm useless. Useless. I stomp at the ground, cursing my weak nature. Huh? Something clatters at my foot. Hikari's sword. A sizable amount of steel that almost rivals Hikari herself in height. I crouch down to pick it up. Despite its size, it's surprisingly light. I'm able to take it up with a single hand. This is crazy. I can't believe I'm even thinking about doing this. I straighten up and tighten my hold on sword, giving it a test swipe in the air. It slices through without much resistance and gives off a satisfying swish. It'll just be this easy, right? Air is one thing, but to think of using this thing on something living, even if they're monsters. I'm just not sure if I can follow through with this. Don't touch me! Back! Someone help! I can hear cries of distress from both sides. Time is running out. I've made up my mind. I can't save them both at once, though. Who needs help more urgently? Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna save, because I don't know. Fucking Hikari, man. It's clear that Hikari is the one in danger here. Those tentacles are pretty much squeezing the life out of her. I'm sure Sayaka has been in tougher situations, so I feel confident letting her handle those monsters. Hikari, hang on. I break into a sprint and head for the writhing mass of tentacles that have laid their assault on an unfortunate Hikari. They must have fun voice acting this. Stupid thing. If he hadn't caught me off guard, I could have. She continues to kick and wrangle around as his hold. But if anything, I think she's only making the whole situation worse on herself. I come to a screeching halt as I reach the monster, sword in hand. The tentacles seem like they want nothing to do with me and only focus on continuing their attack on Hikari. Funny that. Okay. This should be easy. It's just like cutting away some weeds. Right? Wriggling, slimy weeds. But weeds no less. I still myself as I pull back the sword. I can't hesitate any longer. It might be too late. One clean swing is all I need to end this. So, here we go. Hiya! The sword slices through the tentacles like butter, severing them in two and relinquishing their hold on Hikari. She lands a sticky, slimy splash, looking somewhat dazed from the whole experience. Huh, I did it. I actually did something useful. The monster's body slinks into the shadows with a low groan. Guess it can't really do much, as the majority of his tentacles are now writhing around the ground. Kenta? Are you okay? Here, let me help you up. I hold a free hand out to her with an exhausted smile. You don't have to. She takes a good moment to debate things in her mind. You don't tend to think to push herself up off the ground several times, only slip right back down to pedal of whatever the heck that monster oozed. I get the feeling she isn't used to accepting help from people. Okay, fine. Whatever. She finally grabs hold of my hand and I hoist her up. Erg. Her hand is coated in that foul slime. I hope this stuff washes off. Once back on her feet, she takes up a good moment to recompose herself. She tries to keep an air of dignity about herself despite being drenched and had to tone that stuff. She surveys the scene, her eyes moving from the wriggling tentacles cast aside on the ground, for settling on her sword, still held firmly within my grasp. Her mouth opens in shock, having finally pieced together what happened. What? Was it you who saved me, Kenta? She is completely taken aback. Is it really that unbelievable I did something useful for once? Okay, maybe it is. Yeah. I hope you don't mind I had to borrow this. Can't help but feel embarrassed about this all. I was practically like a hero. It's a bizarre feeling. I hold out the sword towards her, still as lightweight as ever. This thing is amazing. It feels like I was swinging a feather back then. She takes after a few moments of grabbing at air. Her eyes still focus intently on me. She truly is shocked here. That's fine, but how are you able to? Oh yeah, Sayaka's being damn near raped over there by dogs. Haha. Down boy, get back. Sayaka's cries of distress cut things short. Whoops. I guess I got up a saving car. I forgot about Sayaka completely. She's still dancing out, just barely keeping up with the rapid monsters. Kari sighs and gives her sword a flourish. Ugh. This will have to wait till later. She dashes towards her partner with a burst of speed and makes short of work of defending creatures, killing them all with this one precise slash. They erupt into smoke, which is whisked away by the night air. Sheesh, Sayaka. What were you doing playing around with those things? I could have been killed if it weren't for Kenta. Huh? Kenta? Finally able to catch her breath, Sayaka gives me a puzzled look as I wander over to them. Kenta, he saved me. How on earth did he manage that? She's in as much state of disbelief as Hikari was. I don't know, he just picked up my sword in. Your sword? But how did he? I know. Your guess is as good as mine. Let's just be thankful he could, though. Or tonight might have been our last. I get the feeling I'm missing something really important here. What's so special about me using her sword? I mean, I just picked it up and swung it. No big deal, right? Hikari's sun lights up and strikes a pose, blade at the ready. Oh, that girl, did she? Oh, fuck down. Yuzuki? Yeah, looks like she got away while we were fussing over her pals. Damn it, we were so close. She stomps her foot in frustration. The slime no doubt oozed between her toes, giving off a squitch. Maybe it's for the best. I don't think either of us are in any kind of condition to fight anymore. Sayaka sighs dramatically and throws her hands up in the air. She's right. I can't imagine how much worse things could have been if it wasn't for the girl had been around. How about you, Kenta? How are you holding up? Me? Let's see. I'm drenched in sweat and my heart is still thumping like crazy from an adrenaline rush. I think I might throw up. And my head feels like it might split open at any moment. I'm okay, actually. All enough, I really do feel fine. Better than fine, in fact. I'm happy I could do something. Even if it wasn't much, so I'm not as much of a burden for these two. I think it's safe to say that we can call it a night. Yeah. Hikari peers into the darkness, still holding her sword firmly. She seems reluctant about giving up the fight so soon. Come on, Hikari, it's over. We won. Sayaka slaps a hand down on Hikari's thin shoulder and she loosens up. Just a little. I refuse to believe she would give up so easily. It doesn't make any sense. Didn't you see her? She was really beat up. I think we did more damage to her than she's letting on. I'd be surprised if she shows up tomorrow night. Maybe. Hikari finally gives up, her sword fading as a dim light. She reluctantly joins the pair of us, and we begin the journey home once more. And with that, the chaotic night finally comes to an end. I get to live for yet another day. Now tonight, I'm more grateful than ever for the existence of my guardian angels. However bizarre they might be at times. We part ways once we reach my house. Thought they'll just be a shot away if I need them, since they'll be no doubt be camped in my garden again. I really don't understand how they don't get caught. Shut the door behind me. I'm greeting with a familiar aroma of home cooking. Safe at last, I think. At least the monsters haven't attacked me here anyway. They seem to really want to get me isolated from everyone else. Let's hope things stay that way. No one else has been dragged into this mess. I still don't know why I'm in this situation to begin with. I joined my parents at the table. The plate's only just being set up. Get the same questioning looks as before. Maybe more so today because of how taxing that counter had been on my body. Lucky enough to have not suffered any real damage, or at least anything noticeable at first glance. So they don't chase up any further on the matter. The usual conversations unfold, and once more it becomes my turn to talk about my day. I could only let out an awkward laugh and say it was the same as any other day. Wondered how they'd react if I told them there was 2 complete strangers potentially camping in our backyard. The peaceful, relaxing dinner comes to an end. Much like last night, I make myself scarce and drag myself up into my room, wanting nothing more than to collapse on my bed for a good several days. Thankfully, it's the weekend tomorrow, at least, so there's no worry about having to get up too early. But I get the feeling with those 2 girls around, I'm not going to get much of a lie-in. Speaking of the girls, do I even want to check? I heave a reluctant sigh and peek through the curtains. Yep. Tent, campfire, an overcooked meal catching a light. It's a fair scramble to put it out. That's about what I expected. Shut the curtains and ignore the fact the entire garden is in danger from catching fire. I'm far too exhausted to worry about that. I'm sure it'll be fine. Most likely. Crawling to bed, the distressed cries of the two supposed professionals. Last thing I hear before I drift off to the world of dreams. Oh god, that's bright. I awake with a groan, warm rays of sun pulling me out from my slumber, whether I like it or not. Alongside the expected headache, every muscle in my body screams out in protest as I try to push myself up. I don't get it. I didn't even exert myself that much the other day. So why do I feel so weak? It's a good moment or so struggling before my body finally complies. I tumble out of bed, left staring at the ceiling for days. For a second part, boop, to life once more. What is wrong with me? Rising on shaky legs, I totter back and forth before I crash into the wall in an effort to support myself. Okay, deep breaths. It appears I have forgotten how to walk properly. No big deal. Let's see if I can remember before I even think of attempting the stairs. Is this one foot in front of the other? Left foot, right foot. Slowly but surely I become steadier with each step I take. Maybe I'm just more tired than I realize. I will end this episode here, so I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, share if you want. I'll see you next time, my lovelies, and have a great day.